Good morning. Okay, so I have so many loofahs that I peeled yesterday. I'm going to do them in like a real gentle bleach solution today, just to kill off anything that might be on them and get them ready for making gifties, because I think I'm going to make most of my Christmas gifts out of those. But the yellow mums have come into flower. It rained last night, so everything looks really wet and kind of iffy, right? But this edge we put on has kept the chickens out for a lot of this area. Not all of it, clearly, but a lot of it. So I'll take that. Okay, guys. I did move my Coco Loco rose here. It just gets, like, this apple tree shades right there really bad. And this, it gets a little more sunlight. Would not be one of my videos if we did not have the train. So I'm gonna get this stuff like tied back or something. All right, anyway, let's go look in here if I can get in anyway. It's always kind of a trick. There we go. Okay, so after the rain, some stuff has fallen over. This cranberry hibiscus has gotten out of control, but like the jelly vine has put flowers on. Jelly vine looks great after it cooled off a little bit and it's got some more rain. All of our transplants are still alive, plus we have a crap ton of zinnia seedlings. So those will die. Like, those will 100% die in the frost that will come. But I mean, I'm happy that these natives we planted are establishing really well before the frost comes. So happy about that. I have not decided. There are some, just like 2 or 3 that I can see, perennial onions that are in this bed that are coming up. There's a lot of weeds that are coming up. These are zinnias, but I can see some weeds, actual weeds. So I was thinking about, letting this sit for the season, right? And then in the spring, trying to put some tree collard seeds in here. I have some because I've grown tree collards many times. And like, I already have kind of the structure to put like a net over them so that they won't, hopefully, theoretically, get eaten up by the caterpillars. Now they do. So far, I've never had that be successful because they just get in somehow. I don't know the way, but they do. So I'm thinking about trying that again next year. We'll see. I will say that I don't want to cut, like, it looks bad because it's so tall and it's falling over. But I was really hoping, like, I read that the cranberry hibiscus puts flowers on in the late fall, so I kind of want to leave it. I can't leave this one. I can't even get back here. But anyway, that was the theory I'm going to try for. I do need to cut or yank these zinnias today. I did put some, let's go over here. I did put some leeks over here. I was out of town for a little bit, so some of them might have dried out and died, but I could see quite a few of them still here, and I can see quite a few weed seeds. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to let these weed seeds get kind of bigger before I can determine what they are, because I also am hoping to get some of these origerons that I have growing in here. Like, this is one and that's one. I don't know. I really want more, but I don't tend to have them seeding very much. So I was gonna let these seedlings get a little bigger. A lot of them just look like chickweed, but we're gonna give them some time and see how big they get. But this is a decent field of keratin leeks that should put up little bubbles under them, and maybe in a less annoying way than like those perennial leeks, which I honestly, they're not even useful to me at this point. Like, they're a food source. I'm going to keep them in the perennial garden because you never know when things might just go at complete crap in the world and you might need some food. But I don't love them. Okay, this chayote's not dead, but this is such a struggle bus. Like, I've given up all hope of chayotes. These guys are still making beans. I'm going to actually probably leave this on. No, I just broke it. Let's see. Are you soft? You are not soft. Ooh. So I was out of town for a couple days, so I'm just toss those back there. Anyway, you're also not soft. Ugh, I missed all the good ones. Anyway, I love this wing pea, and I'm really hoping that it will come back like as foretold, right? That these are perennial in my area, and they make like kind of a tuberous root, and they will come back if you give them the chance. So that's what we're hoping for. This chayote looks a lot better. I guess I'm just gonna let this hang. Like I don't know, the roof of mine that's on is not great, but whatever, I'll just let it stay. So it dries up, it dies. All of this is just dead stuff I need to get out of the path. These, I like perennial, I love perennial arugula, but it also makes a deep taproot, and if you let it go to seed, you'll have that stuff places you don't want it. So have not made a lot of progress here, but I am happy to see that the pomegranate is still looking good. I'm happy to see that these are not dead as far as these canna lily. But yeah, this, I don't know, I've been researching other perennials I'd like to try in this area. I'm still kind of hoping that I get a bunch of leeks, elephant garlics, maybe onions. There, I see one covered by this. Ew. Great, good job. That is a perennial multiplier onion, so that at least will come up. The rest of them may have rotted, right? So I am disappointed by that, but I have seen them coming up in a couple other beds, and that's one of the reasons I always encourage you guys, do not put your important, precious, whatever things in one spot. Don't put anything in one spot, because your garden is going to be different in different areas, right? This is not even a half acre of a backyard, but like there's microclimates, things are different in different places. So things rotted here in the perennial bed in the vegetable garden. I have these onions coming up. I am 100% going to cut these down today because it's going to be so nice out today, and it's going to probably explode with weeds, but I've got to get back here and weed. I cannot do it with these guys over my head. So I'm going to cut these down, and me and Hubs are going to go through the arduous process of yanking all these out, and then I will get started weeding back here and pulling up all this tape and making this a livable garden again and pulling this stuff out. I will probably pull these zinnias out and just lay them down because I do love them and I want to have more zinnias next year. I've got seeds, but it never hurts. Like, there's no reason not to just lay them down. I will say the Katuk is looking great. Those two Katuks, I don't really want to deal with crossing this right now, but they look great. The ginger's gone bonkers, so I'm happy about that. We do have a plan to clean that out and move it, but that's probably going to be a cold weather chore. I love my weeping Yapon holly. It was just a little thing when I planted it, and it looks amazing every year. Hey, Bubba's, do not jump that fence. No, sir. I know that's what you do. I find your presents in my garden, sir. And they're not very good presents. I don't like them. Okay. I did not lift this up so you can see inside, but let's see if I can get it going. Okay, so the transplanted, replanted, whatever, broccolis are looking great. Like great. And the cannellini beans are actually popping. So I'm gonna leave this. I'm not gonna mess with it. I was gonna yank out all the basils, but I'm just gonna leave it. It's looking good for now. Basils are gonna die as soon as they get a frost. Broccolis will not. So I'm just gonna leave them. Okay, let's see. This is what, oh, spider web. Okay. This is what I was talking about this aster. This is a fall aster. It gets humongous. The bees love it, but it's finally gone into flower, right? And so this is what it looks like. It looks trashy over here, I understand, but it is what it is right now, okay? Everything in here looking pretty good. The speedball's coming back and flowering. Okay, hold on, I gotta pull that. That's not intentional. That is a weed. So I love to see the speedball. I love to see these snapdragons. I do have some orange ones I'm going to put back here that my husband got for me yesterday. This oregano is going bonkers, and I'm going to let it because it's pretty. These are all flea vane daisies, but they're like a big flea vane daisy, bigger than like the little ones that I normally see. So anyway, the right there, that Fama blue scabious is not dead. This is a zinnia that just grew up. You guys are just weeds. Y'all are just grass weeds. I don't know what color that's going to be, but we'll let it roll until the frost. The Peggy Martin rose looks okay. Finally, the chickens have stopped getting into it since Scott put the extra fencing up. He also put the fencing up here because, as you can probably tell around the edge, like the chickens just dug this out so bad. So there's a Mexican tarragon and a mealy sage in here. right? You can see the different colors, and it's beautiful. It's not so beautiful right now because they've dug everything. There were other things in here. They've dug it out so bad. So I'm going to take this and these and fill it back up. And I have some Origeron seeds coming. They're pretty expensive, and it's probably not the right time of year, but I'm going to go ahead and plant some in here and see if I can get them to come and go through the fall and the winter here. We'll see. I got to cut back and weed. There's like some weeds and asparagus back here. I got to cut those. This bed, I took I'm ready. I took all my clips off. I'm ready to get in here and clean it all out. I'm going to put all these broccolis and that mountain mint in there. Those are what's going in the bee bed back behind me. This bed we need to level. It's too far down on that side, so we need to jack it up and throw some stones on it or something and level it. But I mean, it's cleaned out. I'm gonna clip those and lay them down today, so that next year, because everything's gone brown and I can hear seeds in it. I'm not going to shake it because they're damp, but anyway, I tore out the one dahlia that just fell over. I was like, yeah, you're pretty useless. That one stood up straight. There's a copper color one over here that I hope is still here, and that one's a white one over there. So anyway, we're going to jack that up. I might put some more stuff on here, like some soil, just to level it out. But right now, what you see mostly is just zinnia seeds from the zinnias that were in here. So this guy, pretty much everything died. So I actually just planted the Ailsa Craig onions. And so they're, I was out of town for a couple days, so it got a little dry. And if some died, they died. I can't have time to invest with that. So I think what I might do though, oh, sweet potatoes. Anyway, is there's some garlics in here and some old onions and some weeds, but I think I may just kind of in about 5 places try and put some more Swiss chard seeds to see if I can get Swiss chard established over the winter. I just really like Swiss chard and I can't ever have enough of it. These look rough. I may take those and plant them back down deeper, but I think this is like a yodfa. The spinach just 100% gone, toast. I actually got some really quick heading cabbage, 1 kilo cabbage, Chinese cabbage. I may throw that in there and see if I can get those to grow before the frost or just past the frost. We'll see. We did dig up these sweet potatoes, and then I put all of the stuff back to try and keep the chickens from digging them up too much. It looks like I may have missed a tater. I did. I'm sure that anybody who's grown sweet potatoes is aware that you do that. So anyway, this will all break down. Typically I would put these in my compost bin, but the chickens have been tearing this up so bad that I'm like, let's just make it hard for them to dig in here. And I am gonna have to go back to fencing off this area because they're just driving me insane this year with all the destruction that they've been doing. So I could just fence this area off, but it's just as much work to fence off this bigger area, and then I don't have to have this all over everything. So anyway, we have definitely got lanterns. We definitely have lanterns. We don't have any fruit yet, not unsurprisingly, right? But we definitely have lanterns, and there's still about a month left. So there is sweet potato vines still growing in here that I yanked everything up back here. So whatever's looking good here has rooted in this bed, and I just didn't notice it. So, okay, well, that's an adventure for another day. This is pretty much put to bed. I'm happy about this. And this is another thing I want to tackle today, is just clearing out this bed with the eggplants and stuff. So just kind of a lot of work, but it is what it is. These look terrible, but they're fine. Trust me, they're fine. I am going to try and get down here and kind of thin out the stems to just maybe 4 or 5, and see what I can do to clear out some of the excess stemmage going on here. So I don't remember what's what because I'd have to go look at my notes that I wrote, but one of my lilacs has come up, and then one of the others and one back there have come up, right? So sweet potato vines. Why are there still sweet potato vines? They must have grown back there and rooted. But so I was out of town a couple days, and all of these potatoes just sprouted. So I'm really excited about that. There is still plenty of time because these are a very fast maturing potato. for us to actually get some winter potatoes. So like right about Thanksgiving time, these should mature. Now it may frost before then. I don't, who knows, but I'm excited that we might get some potatoes. So I'm really happy about that. Let's go around here. Pond looks pretty good. Obedient plant is done flowering for the year. Yeah, some critters got a hold of my water cellar and eating all that, but all right, it looks okay. We are gonna fence this area off because there are, unless they've been killed, some comfrey roots right here that were looking great until the chickens were being let out all day every day and they decimated them. So okay, let's go back here. Guys, y'all are loud. Okay, so a lot of this stuff looks terrible, but it is what it is. That's why I just stick them in the dirt and see what happens, because I don't have time to fuss with this stuff. Okay, that black raspberry just did not make AIDS. Put out some leaves, just didn't come back. This looks amazing. Like, this is full of Babington leeks. I'm really excited. There are enough Babington leeks in here where I could probably just yank some of the bigger ones and let the little ones have a shot at getting bigger. So I may do that. I may do that in the winter. We are still getting tomatoes off of these summer heat. I don't remember what they were called. Tomatoes. I'm really excited about that. I have potatoes going bad, so I planted them and they have already come up. I have zero intention of harvesting these potatoes this year. These are also a bunch of zinnia seedlings. No intention of harvesting the potatoes this year. They will just grow through the winter, and we'll see what we get in the spring. Like, these are all just going to stay here. The celery looks good. I did plant some sweet pea seeds, and I see a few of them that have come up, the sweet peas. So, I mean, I don't know. I've never successfully really grown. So I had one sweet pea that I grew in the spring this year that was like good. But I'm kind of hoping we have a lot more. So we'll find out. The silver king. It's so massive. It's so much bigger than I expected, honestly. It is so pretty. I mean, that's the biggest grass ever grown. It's awesome. Okay. I like it. It makes me happy. Turnips are looking good. There's some bug damage, but they're all right. Not as much as I'd like, but better than nothing. I would like to have more turnips, but it is what it is. Sedums actually all kind of bounce back nicely. These, I could see beans. Y'all can see beans if I get zoomed in enough. See, there's a bean. There's rattlesnake beans, guys. Rattlesnake beans still going strong. These, I took out the zinnias here. These raspberries are, wow, are you putting on flowers? I mean, maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate A for effort, but maybe let's not do that. I want you to survive, so I'm gonna probably take those off. But like, I'm really happy that this is a pretty shady spot. So far, they're not dead. They seem to be thriving. I'm hopeful they'll come back next year. These are all elephant garlics and multiplier onions. A lot of these are multiplier onions, which is why I'm not too terribly upset about the ones in the perennial bed being not there. So I have lost the fight trying to gather all these lima beans up before they break open. So I'm probably gonna have lima beans growing here next year. But hi, Bubba. You know you're not put the bee in here. You know you're not put the bee in here, huh? Are the chickens scaring you? Ah, that's why I don't put the bee in here, because you step on my bed. You know how much I love you? I love you so much. All right. Well, Charlie says hi. Sit. Hey, sit down. Say hi. Hello. I'm a pretty boy. All right. That's about it, guys. So thanks for coming along with me. I'll talk to you next week.